Welcome Pisces, this is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your new moon in Aries reading. Yesterday was the Spring Equinox in the Northern Hemisphere, and with daylight saving time, I'm hoping that you're feeling the growth of light as we move into reestablishing our purpose. After the long global and personal healing of the pandemic era. Not that the pandemic is over by any means in a total way, but we're now recalibrating into the new world that we're coming into. Today is the day of the new moon in Aries. It happened a couple of hours ago on the West Coast. So let's see, Pisces, what your overall energy is for this new moon in Aries, the Three of Wands. Three of Wands has you focusing on new beginnings, new projects, new starts, perhaps a new direction. Whatever direction you're moving into, it represents a new opportunity for growth and expansion. This is most likely around your career, your professional experience, your expansion into the world, your networking, making contacts, doing research, finding collaborators, finding models that you might like to emulate or take ideas from, or practices that you'd like to emulate. So this is a card of excitement, very much in keeping with the new astrological moon as you move forward. In the 10th house, the house of your social identity, we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is an interesting and complex card. It sees you in many ways in a position of observing the resources that are available to you. You may have or are receiving something that you asked for, you thought to be a wish fulfillment, and you are reassessing, reevaluating that wish fulfillment in light of the personal progress that you've been able to make, the changes and growth that you've experienced. Part of the growth that you've been experiencing is your own ability to magnetize the resources, the things that you want towards you, to build upon your own authentic desire and to address your needs through this ability to identify what it is that will serve you best, what it is that you most desire, not what others have told you you should want, but what you want. And this is something that is part of a practice that is helping to stabilize you culturally, personally, even spiritually, so that you now understand that the tools, the resources, the wishes that appear to be fulfilled from outside of yourself are really a reflection of your ability to manifest these things, to identify these things as things that authentically match who you are. And when you called in this wish, you may not have been thoroughly aligned with who you were. So this new opportunity, relationship, event, project may not appear as aligned with you as you once thought it was. So this is your own process of establishing a foundation that is authentic to you and really deeply evaluating each piece of that to ensure that what you pursue, what you bring into your life, is really what resonates with who you are and where you believe yourself to be growing from. In the first house, we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords represents this wonderful tool that you have, Pisces, this ability to pursue your own truths, but also have a purview on the experience of others, to be curious, to actually inquire into the truths that others experience, and to facilitate conversations, discussion, even negotiations that are relevant to what it is that you truly desire. This is you receiving something that you may have wished for, and instead of rejecting it out of hand if it feels a mismatch, or simply embracing it wholeheartedly because you once thought it was something that you needed, you're instead being curious about it. You're asking, you're getting more information because you are aware that even if it isn't precisely the match that you thought it would be, it could be. If you gain more information, if you're able to negotiate that, shape this experience, this opportunity in a way that will support you. So you are asking questions, listening more than you are talking, and negotiating, putting it out there, finding more information, and asking for more information so that you can present an alternative of ideas, rather than passively receiving whatever information or opportunities, offers that you may be receiving at this time. In the fourth house, this is the house of your unconscious, your homes, your roots. The Judgment card is a beautiful card. I love this card because for me, it's about you answering your call at a deep level. This is coming from your own efforts at taking responsibility for your failures, your disappointments, actions that you experienced in the past. Certainly things that appeared to be promising that were not, maybe opportunities that you knew were a match for you but never got off the ground. This is your chance to do something over in a way that is right, because you now understand a larger purpose to your efforts. You now understand what the nature of your service is, and that all involved have a purpose as well. So you now have the tools to make a success of an opportunity that is coming around to you. Again, it may not be in the form that it took before, may not be the same relationship or the same opportunity, but it could be. And now you understand how to make it a success, or that whatever you do in clear faith and belief in your effort will be a success. In the seventh house, the house of your significant relationships, we have the world. What I love about the world is two things can be happening right now. You can be completing a cycle. You can be receiving recognition and reward for something you've been able to achieve. This represents the closing out of a cycle or a phase of your life. You may be moving from youth into adulthood. And that happens at a variety of ages. You may be completing your education in a formal way. You may be completing an important project in your job, or completing an entire line of work and preparing yourself to move forward. Whatever you've completed, you're receiving the recognition and reward for that. You are understanding the skills you've gained, and you are preparing yourself for these new beginnings. You can also be accepting that it is time to close out a cycle. It is time to move away from something that you have gone as far as you can with, and that you are poised now in a position to begin this new journey, picking up this journey that you're on towards achievement. So this can be the close of a phase of a relationship, or a phase of employment or work that is important to you. But you are being acknowledged in such a way that you're able to quantify and measure the skills you've gained, the lessons you've learned. I'm going to clarify the King of Swords in the first house with the Knight of Swords in the second house and the Six of Swords in the third house. You are excelling right now in research, and my sense is that you have a lot of information that you feel is critical to your understanding and utilization of the opportunities that you have at this time. The offers you may be receiving or the choices that you have could well involve travel, significant travel. They could involve a move, a significant move, or they can be integrated with the need to move back and forth between a variety of sites in whatever work or occupation that you're involved in. Whatever the opportunity or offer is, you are aware that your essential task here is information gathering, facilitating communication between various branches of your employment, your organization, or pulling together various aspects of your business so that you are building on greater wealth, balancing out the pieces of the organization, the parts of a business that need to work together more fluidly as you work to distribute the products and services that you or your company creates. Also a way in which you plateaued at a level and you're now taking the tools you've gained to increase the capacity of your organization or your own product development or service provision. So you're really involved in recording, documenting, convening meetings, negotiating as part of your professional practice and part of your understanding what opportunities lie in the opportunities that you have before you. I'm aware I use the word opportunity a lot. Judgment in the fourth house is clarified by the Two of Pentacles in the fifth house and the Nine of Wands in the sixth house. You are very determined, you are working hard, and you are about planning. This is very much about putting together a plan and outline for something new. This something new can indeed, as said, be an expansion of something you're already working on, a leveling up, or a moving into a new phase of this operation. It may be developing new products or defining new services for this particular effort you're mounting. It is taking a lot of physical energy for you, Pisces, and this is an area of concern just about for every sign I've read for. That the amount of information and opportunities available to us can be stressful. There's an overwhelm of ideas, of growth, of potential, of connections that can feel unwieldy, and your absolute ability to stay consistent, to keep investing in yourself, to doing the work, to taking the steps is in and of itself daunting. And so you are a bit battered and bruised. You may be overdoing it, overworking, and that's having an impact on your health. And of course, there is the opportunity to celebrate and contemplate the offers that you're being given. And it is critical that in addition to whatever work you feel necessary to mount, to invest into, that you take time to consider, appreciate, relax into your present moment. Take care of your health, and that is actually going to fuel the planning work that you're doing right now. It's going to fuel your conversations, your interviews, your negotiations with new ideas that you can't gain by endlessly cranking and trying to gestate all of this new information. The World card in the 7th house is clarified by the Hangman in the 8th house and the Page of Pentacles in the 9th house. You're being forced into taking a new perspective on the efforts that you are in your collaborations. You're being forced to see yourself differently. You're being forced into a position in which the skills that you believe you have are seen differently by others, or others are seeing that you have skills that you don't know you have. This is forcing you into renegotiating the way you understand not only who you are, but your perspective on other things and other people, and you're understanding better the limits of your perspective. So again, this card is cautioning you to step back, retreat a bit, look at the big picture, and take time to actually reflect and be curious. Apply that curiosity, that inquiry into the opportunities you have so that you can observe and witness your own behavior in this variety of settings. Who are you in all of these communications and negotiations? And how are you uniquely empowered to be the ideal person who is taking all this information and creating a concrete plan with it? That's where your creativity lies. The ability to step back, to be a beginner, to start from the ground floor, from scratch in a way, is aiding you in your ability to create a solid, useful outline and plan with clear steps that understands the way that you are utilizing your tools to create something new. And that's the work that you are doing. The Four of Cups in the 10th house is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles in the 11th house and the Emperor in the 12th house. So beautiful for you, as you are naturally in your 12th house, and there we have the Emperor. The Ten of Pentacles is really showing you that you have worked hard for each and every piece of the abundance you are experiencing, your tribe is experiencing. You understand you're not in this alone, but you are so in control of your part in this abundance, this legacy that's being created. You are clearly focused on abundance building, wealth maximization, providing resources and opportunities for all the members of your team or teams. You're providing truly a model for building security and stability, for creating safety, for you to be able to engage your services, to market your products in a way that is of use and benefit to all the members of your team. So this is a beautiful way in which you, again, in taking responsibility for the things that you have brought into your world, are really continuing to stay curious, continuing to be creative with all the information that you have at hand. I hope this reading is useful to you, Pisces. If so, please like and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, and I thank all of you for the love and support you give me. And I pulled 2 cards actually, and I'm just going to take the card on top. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. I look so forward to seeing you. Until next time, Namaste.